know it's been a very long day. You might have heard a lot of AI buzzwords, the fears, the new technologies, and a lot more. So I want to cut through the edge of this, and I want to make you understand everything that we learned with some real life use cases. Here's why this movement matters for us, because as we can see here, in the age of AI, which is aroundly the growth of AI market is growing by it is going to be grow by 2.4 trillion by 2032. My name is Rutvi. I am currently working as a product manager at Weam AI. I started my journey as a software engineer at fintech companies, where I build secure and scalable products. Over the time, I found myself fascinated towards the intersection of AI and product thinking, and that curiosity has led me here. So today we are going to. So we in the panel discussion also we talked a lot about what are the new different job roles that are emerging as AI is in the picture. There are a lot of, from you guys, I want to hear that how many of you here are into project management or product management? Okay. Any one of you want to just tell me like what is the difference between a normal project management and a product management? Yeah. Anyone? Can you be a little louder? Yeah.
जहाँ तक मुझे लगता है प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट इट्स मोर अबाउट आप टीम के साथ डिटेलिंग कर रहे हो, टीम को ज़्यादा हैंडल कर रहे हो.
Correct.
बट प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट इज मोर अबाउट प्रोडक्ट पे ज़्यादा फोकस है. प्रोडक्ट का यूआई कैसा है, यूएक्स कैसा है, प्रोडक्ट रिलेटेड आपका फोकस ज़्यादा है.
I mean, yes, you summarized it very good. Like project management is just about like managing the timelines, but when you come to product management, nowadays a lot of companies are focusing on the AI first product managers, because they should know what the AI model, how the AI model works, what are the pros and cons using the AI products. So. Yeah, so there is a similarity between electricity and AI. AI at its core, it's not a magic. As we all know, it predicts on the human and the past. It predicts on the past data, what a medical condition could emerge, what a customer would ask you. It can be anything, but the data is based on the prediction technology. But just like electricity, we can say that it creates the value. It's more about, in product management, it's more about like how you are creating the value by embedding AI into your products, and AI product management is one such role. So let me start with a story. In 1879, when Thomas Alva Edison famously lit up the electricity, famously lit up the room with its first practical electric bulb, it was a breakthrough moment. But here is the surprising fact that 2 decades later, in early 1900s, only 3% of USA's home, cities and factories has electricity. Not because the bulb wasn't impressive, but because it takes time for a general purpose technology to be widely adopted. So with AI, we are in the same phase. We have lit the bulb, we have Gemini, we have ChatGPT, we have Anthropic. Each model has the different capabilities. Some are good at generating the content, some are generally good with context, and some are good at coding. So each and every model has the different each LLM model has the different capabilities. So for us, it is very important to know which model you should use for the different use cases. So this talk is more on that. Sorry. Yeah, so the AI ML product management landscape, as I said, which is going to be grow by $2.4 trillion in 2032, and an AI market projected to be grow by $270 billion to $1.8 trillion by 2030. So there is a massive rise in the adoption of AI into your products. So as I say that once AI is in the picture, it is like the traditional PM and the AI PM. There is a big difference between what a traditional product management was just dealing with with only three stakeholders, which was tech, business, and UX. But when it comes to the product management in AI, you have to deal with different kind of stakeholders. So not just the knowledge of if you have just the knowledge of business or tech, it is not enough. You have to deal in depth with what the AI, what are the ethics of the AI model, what are the securities, what the model would cause issues. You have to deal with marketing team, sales team. You even have to work with the developers. So it's mix of everything. You are not just writing the PRDs. Anyone here know what our PRDs is? Yes. What is that? Exactly. So just by writing, so earlier the product managers just used to write the normal PRDs, but now the companies expect more from the product managers to just not be that sort of not non-technical. They have to be technical. So traditional products versus AI products, as where we see a shift to it, we can take a classic example of Gmail. Gmail previously used the rule-based system. So rule-based, anyone here know what a rule-based system is? So basically, previously when AI was not in the picture into Gmail, it was marking the emails as spam. So how they were marking emails as spam? They use simple rule-based system. For example, the developers just hard-coded that if the email contains such kind of words, then you have to mark this email as a spam email. But what happened is it became very tough. It became very easy for the hackers to hack and add that email directly into your inboxes. So that's when now Gmail uses AI. What it does is that now it learns from the AI models. It is trained and on the billion and trillion number of data. So with the help of the data, it is getting the models are getting adapted that how a spam email would look like. So even a lot of products like Notion, etc., have embedded emails AI into their products. So that kind of difference, that is what a difference between like a traditional product and an AI product. So there are like a different breeds of AI product managers. So first breed we can see as a core AI gladiator, the product managers who are working with the big LLM models, companies like Gemini, OpenAI, Anthropic. Their end-to-end job role is about like evolving into training the LLM models, whereas the rapper wizards are someone who wants to build a use case inside their existing product with AI, and the AI assisted PMs who just want to be like a productive machine by just using AI and not make much use case out of it. So do you know who Andrew Ng is? Yes. Yeah, so a lot of us have started our machine learning or AI journey by his courses. So he stated that as AI is more emerging, and it is cutting the software development cost. It's not more about now. The companies are not more focused on. It's not on how to build, it's the question rises like what to build. So that's where the product managers come into the picture with the CTOs, CXOs to define the real world use cases. They meet with different people, do user research and make products out of it. So do you know what a normal software developer life cycle consists of? Anyone? What is a software development life cycle? I mean, everyone here is a developer, I guess. I mean, has a tech background. Okay.
But like gathering requirements, risk analysis.
Can you be a bit louder, like so everyone can hear you? Yeah.
First steps can be requirement gathering.
Yeah.
And after that, in basic level, after requirement gathering, some meetings will go for that understanding that requirement and finalize the team deadlines and all. And after that, there will be UI UX development. And after that, we are going for code written development life cycle and all.
Correct.
Deployment and maintenance.
Yeah, so that's what a normal software developer development life cycle look like. But as now we have to look into the AI product development life cycle, where we have to define the problem definition and goal setting, that what we want the product to build with. We have to collect data and do preparations out of it, because since AI is in the picture, we have a lot of data. So the products would shift from there. We have to do a lot of model selection and training, that for the particular use cases, if we have to build just a SEO article writer, then we have to fix out that which model is good for. So some models are good at, as I mentioned, that each model have different capabilities. So you have to fix out based on your use cases which model you should use. Then you have to do a model tuning out of it. Then you have to do a monitoring and feedback loops, that if is the data, is the output that you are getting is correct or not. So that's what majorly the AI product development life cycle looks like. So as we build on product strategy versus an AI product strategy, we can take an example of Spotify recommendation systems. So normal if we take an example of Spotify recommendation technology, so it predicts what a user you like to listen to. So if you are into hip hop, it will suggest you the songs which are more into it. So something similar to it. You have to clear the goals. You have to clear the goals. Just clearing the goals are just not enough. You have to look into the model performances and accuracy of what a model is saying. Then the development approach, like is it experimental or iterative? What is it? Then you have to also do risk management. If AI specific biases, hallucination, if the model is creating hallucinations, so you have to also check into that as well. Building a right product strategy is very important. So you have to take strategic problem definitions. You have to identify the high ROI opportunity, everyone. Then defining the measurable successes, matrices, craft the testable value hypothesis, and consider a go-to-market strategy. Wait a second. So paths to build a smarter AI. So as we have learned a lot about RAG, fine tuning and pre-training. So anyone here has fine tuned any model before? How many of you have fine tuned a model before? Okay, so I just wanted to know, what do you use while fine tuning the model? Have you fine tuned the model simply on ChatGPT, or you have used something else for fine tuning the model? I just want to know. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So we can say that fine tuning, it adapts your company's tone, terminologies and rules. For example, if your use case is specified to only your company's data, then you will fine tune the models based on your company sets, and when RAGs, which will connect to the real-time data sources. So we'll understand more about it. So choosing pre-tuning or RAG or fine-tuning, isn't it? It's not that simple. You have to choose the right pre-trained model. For example, using what you want to use. You want to use Gemini, Claude, or GPT. Then you have to also choose how you will choose the base of the fine-tuning model. how you will measure the fine tuning and model's accuracy and relevance of your model, how you will optimize the cost of fine tuning. A lot of us fine tune the model, but the costs of fine tuning the models are very high. For example, the input costs and output costs are sometimes very high, and we have to also look after as product managers, if you are making some use cases out of some models, then you have to look the input tokens and output tokens, and based on that the cash input costs, and based on that you can get the credits or count the credits of how much this use cases is going to cost to you. Understanding the training scale in LLMs. So LLMs, as we know, that they are trained on tons of tokens from diverse books. Then one token is equals to around 0.75 words. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But if you are using ChatGPT, then that pricing can be different. That token models and output can be different. While training the models like ChatGPT, the cost of $1 million and 1 million plus GPU hours. So it really depends to it is really important for the product managers to understand the training scales in the LLM models. So here is a case study of an insurance company AI. Now, the previous speaker had told you about the RAG. So I just wanted to know that AI system of an insurance company, so someone here said that they have fine-tuned the model. I want your quick attention here to the case study. So an insurance company has fine-tuned its LLM model. They have 1,000 plus policy documents. They have insurance regulations and guidelines. They have some common customer queries and industry terms and definitions. So the AI was trained to answer on the customer queries like what a term life insurance is, how does the health insurance will work, what's the difference between comprehensive and third-party car insurance. But when a user named John Doe asks a question that, hi, I am John, my premium is due next week and I just got married, can I add my wife as a nominee during renewal? Will it affect the premium? I also moved cities. Do I need to update my address, and does it impact my coverage? Why did the LLM model hallucinated here? Any one of you?
Too many questions.
Huh?
Too many questions.
I guess you have learned a lot in the previous session. So can you tell me, like, if I have fine-tuned the model, then why the LLM model was hallucinated and failed to answer this query? There was a pretty good session on RAG, which I guess Bhavesh said. It was on RAG. So if I have fine-tuned the model on 100 plus policy documents, insurance regulations and guidelines, but then I asked my personal documents, then did that model would have an idea about that? The answer is simple, right? So that's why it couldn't access the John policy details. It couldn't check premium due dates in the real time because it didn't have John's data, right? And it didn't know the current nominee of John is. So that's where RAG come into the picture, where the user will ask the query to the LLM model. To the retrieval model, it will have the customer database, plus it will also have John's policy documents. So what it will do is it will give the user prompt, which is the John asked about its question, and then it will also have the context of John's policy details because it has a customer database attached to it, and it will go to the LLM. So that's what a RAG in a real world use case is. થતું નથી. Yeah. As we can say that there are risks of LLMs. So hallucination is one such thing, that making up facts like falsely starting a policy details. One instance that happened with us when we had a vibe coding week in our company last week, where we fed a lot of data to it and used an LLM model, but still it hallucinated. So such kind of things are very risky while using the LLM models. Then if you have your application into production, and what if you have attached your database, you have answered your customer queries, but you have if the user will ask that who is the system administrator, or bypass the or if the customer is going to bypass the queries, so how the LLM can hallucinate. So that is one such thing. So let's take, how many of you here has used Lovable? Almost anyone. So for those who don't know what Lovable is, it's an AI tool which will help you to create websites. It's very easy to create websites on AI, which has an AI infrastructure which is powered by advanced AIs, which has front end and back end codes into it. And it is trained on 100 million plus data lines, which is written in the GitHub or Stack Overflow, and it runs on the runs on the cloud like AWS, and for auto scaling, and user like Redis for fast data access. So how Lovable uses vector databases like Pinecone. So everyone here knows Pinecone. How many of you here has used Pinecone in real life? Right. So since Lovable is using Pinecone, what it does is that Lovable has stored all different code bases from front end, back end, and from various sources like GitHub, Stack Overflow, and they have stored all the code into Pinecone. They have stored in terms of vector databases. So common questions if a user will ask for creating login, sign up, user profile, or a shopping cart. So some similar chunking or the vectors, the model, the Lovable will find and give you outputs based on that. So that's where the understanding of databases come into the picture. So there are different kind of vector databases, for example pod-based databases, then serverless architectures and serverless databases. So you have to also check out like what kind of databases, if you are using vector databases, then what kind of strategies you want to use with that, if you want to go with a pod-based architecture or a serverless architectures. So as we have seen the rise of an agents, how many of you here has created agents in ChatGPT, which ChatGPT gives a feature of custom GPT? How many of you here has created custom GPTs in ChatGPT? Can anyone share a use case for an agent that they have made for from, yeah.
Exactly not I have done it, but a friend of mine has done this. What he has done is like he created a custom GPT wrapper kind of thing for our like subject and use that for giving the exam. So train the whole GPT kind of thing for particular subject and gave the exam using that.
Okay. So basically, when LLMs and RAG had some limitations that they were just they can't execute the workflow out of what the question is going to ask. So that's where the rise of the AI agents came into the picture, where the LLM will plan and execute the output based on the user query. So there are a lot of so as I mentioned about custom GPTs, there were just 3 sections that ChatGPT gives is to you have to define a prompt, you have to ask the agent to give instructions and goals that what you want to build a use case with. Is anyone here working on LangChain or LangGraph? Yes, correct. So for those who don't know, there are a lot of AI agentic frameworks. LangChain is such a framework which helps you for function tooling, which is really helpful for the product managers to understand if they want to leverage AI or want to make AI agents into their workflows. Then we also had like MCPs, which will help you to generate like the real world data, which will help you to generate the real world data. So these are some AI agent use cases. So some AI agent use cases. Has anyone here made any AI agent with the help of LangChain or LangGraph? What kind of use case that you have made out of an agent?
Auto proposal for any new job posting.
Okay, so did you use like what tech stack? Like did you just use LangChain or?
Yeah, only LangChain with the function of relevant retrieval like that.
Okay, so for those who wants to explore like what kind of AI agents that they can make, I had a conversation with one person here who was a QA. So we created a QA agent. Does anyone here knows what a page speed insight data in Google is? So basically, page speed insight data is something which Google gives an API with, which gives you the page speed insight data. Then it will give you the SEO performance, SEO matrices. So this is one such use case which you can make with the LLM model. You can give the page speed insight data. You can different companies have their different testing scenarios. So you can define all the scenarios and you can make an agent, QA agent out of it. Then there is a LinkedIn content generation agent. Has anyone here created any agents with N8N or Zapier? Very few people. So N8N and Zapier are something where you can create your AI agentic workflows, and for product managers and for the people who wants to automate their day-to-day tasks, it is very important for them to learn and to build a use cases out of it, that what part of the work they can automate with the help of agents. We also created like a project proposal agent. A lot of companies, if you are working with a service company, then you have to like define project proposal or make project proposal manually. So what you can do is you just give a format of what your PDF will look like or the proposal would look like, and you just have to add the name of the client, then the project descriptions, then the project timelines, and who is going to submit, and the client's name, and it will easily and you just have to attach the PDF. So every time you don't have to create the project proposals manually. Then we have SEO article writer agents, recruitment agents. If there are a lot of companies are using recruitment agents to recruit people. Then there is keyword suggestion agents, etc. Building agents using Gemini 2.0. How many of you have used API to integrate agent here? How many of you have used Gemini? Which API of Gemini you have used? So as I mentioned also earlier in the talk, it is very important for us as us to know if we want to create use cases out of different APIs. So Gemini 2.0 is it is said that it is enabling the agentic era. So it is natively multimodality. So anyone here knows what a multimodality is? So multimodality is something which an LLM has an ability to generate text, audios, videos, and more. So multimodal is something that it is a live API. It has video understanding. Gemini 2.0 also has audio understanding. It has a large context window. And it has like built-in tools and function callings if you want to do web search out of it, if you want to enable audio generation, if you want to do video generation, so that you can do with that. So one such use case I want to share with you and give a demo of how we build different kind of agents. So this is one such agent that we built, which was a client video call analyzer agent. We faced a lot of difficulties. We were getting a lot of when we were exploring Gemini 2.0 API, we got to know that it has video and audio capabilities. We had a lot of Loom videos coming in from our different clients, and it becomes very hard for the project managers sometimes to understand what are the use case. It becomes very difficult for the the project managers to define what the client is saying, and some videos are too long. So we created a video call analyzer agent where the user just have to upload the client videos. If it is a Loom video or like a screen recordings or even a YouTube video, it will automatically generate and summarize action items and key highlights that what a user is saying, that what a client is saying. Is the client is giving some kind of practical implementations out of it. So here is the agent. How to play this?
ये स्क्रीन में अलग पता है, ज़्यादा पता है।
डुअल स्क्रीन करिए।
So here we have used Gemini 2.0 API. What we have done is that every time a project manager has to understand what a client is saying, they have to just upload the Loom video. So here it will upload the Loom video. It will take a while. We are using Gemini 2.0 API. Then it will ask the user to select the prompt. If they want to create a summary out of it, they want what the key requirement changes the client is mentioning. So everything in that video it will be highlighted here. It will analyze the whole video content out of it, and so the output would be majorly that what the client is saying, what are the different types of changes that is the client is saying for the developers to be made. So it will generate like the whole summary and this whole key point out of it. So it will also like create action summaries that it will based on the client video, which are the things that the client has said to be kept on priority. And then what I will do is I'll just tell my developer to just fix the changes. Change. So since we understood like how it was doing the video capabilities, it has also the audio capabilities. So Gemini 2.0 also had the audio capabilities. So it happens a lot of time that you have a long Zoom recordings. So we created an agent which will create upselling and cross-selling opportunities for salespeople. It is very hard for the company to understand the upselling and cross-selling opportunities if the salesperson is going on the call. Yeah. Yes, so what it will do is that, say, just like the audio, I can upload a Zoom audio or a Fathom URL or an existing transcript to it. So what I have done is I have added a Fathom URL. I have entered the product service URL, which is a company's URL. I have entered the prompt that this is my company offerings, that is what I am doing, this is my salesperson, this person is going on a sales call. Is the person doing a proper upselling and cross-selling opportunities? Is this sales guy is doing his job right? So this agent will what it will do, it will rate the entire call, and it will give scorings on if was the sales guy was able to answer the questions or not. So it is more on that. So these were the capabilities of what we can build with Gemini 2.0. Then comes the model context protocol, which are the MCPs. So since there were a lot of queries, we were not getting the real-time data. So without MCP, it will just call the LLMs. But with MCP, we can collaborate with multiple technologies in one place. So we can like MCP can connect the services, documents, and logic all in one. So it's MCP plus the LLM models. Both will get we can attach both and get answers out of it. So here we have used some kind of so here's what you can build with MCP. We have connected different kind of MCPs like Slack, Gmail, GitHub. I will just ask that give list of my GitHub repositories. So it will give me a list of all the GitHub repositories that I have, because it is very yes. So this is how it will give me all the kind of GitHub repositories. Then if I want, as a product manager, if I want to know that since our project is open source and are there any issues that the developer has not solved, so it will give me the list of issues. Then I have just write that notify the engineering manager via email about the critical issues that they have to fix. So it will send an email to that engineering manager, and if I want to notify immediately on Slack, then I can also I have also connected Slack, so it will notify the developer associated with that. So this is what you can build. This kind of agents you can build with, or MCPs you can build on your own. Okay, too. Yeah. So as we can conclude here that AI products don't succeed because of smarter models. They succeed because of smarter decisions. What kind of decisions you take. So that's really important for us as product managers to take right sort of decisions. So yes, that's it. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. One more thing, like we are completely open source, so if you want to check out and build agents, so you can like scan this open source, and if you want to do any contributions, or if you are just curious about making or building agents, then you can check this out. Thank you so much. Yeah.